show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful. I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Logan. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Under 5.
They'll run it here with Logan. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. 3 down. 57.
Stanton trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let go.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Watch the pass.
80 weapons.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball.
To throw again, Stanton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Greystone, travel.
Switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it. Slam, slam.
Snap.
They run with Logan. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Watch the edge.
Go out. Ready.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The 7th play now in this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Now Stanton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And then, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready up.
Front 9. You let me in.
Blue draw quarter.
The quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
That was a pass. Complete to John Ross. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cincinnati.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta. Open man is Ross, complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Down. 10 Lobo. Hey, Alpha.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Keep him.
Again, Lauletta. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pope. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, team 6.
Lauletta to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Pope. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Protein spill. Snap.
They run it with Pope. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Lauletta. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw, Lauletta. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
John Ross. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tighten down. There you go.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. Campbell making the catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
You go tight.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 13.
They'll run on first down. Logan. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, exit.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
From the gun, Stanton. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Hey, orbit.
Watch Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Five.
Operating from the gun, Stanton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
3 down.
They'll try and run for it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
On first down, it's Logan, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Hey, echo. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanton looking for... It's caught inside the 25. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 20.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. They'll run on first down. Logan. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57 to Mike.
Hey, high 7. Ready.
On 2nd and 9. Stanton. Catch made here by Campbell. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Bravo.
Hey, turn it up. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost. Lost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Lauletta. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Makes the score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stanton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 35-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready, break.
52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Zoo. Snap.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
57. Mike, 57. All day, dog. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Double dog. That's the way.
Get it.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. point after, up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some more.
It's caught inside the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, folks. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side, and he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Pope. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 18 Gators. Back to pass. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. 5. Deep grip.
Lauletta now to throw it. And Diggs has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Here we go. 70 India.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, wahoo!
Check 59, Mike.
3rd and 1, Lauletta wants to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch your leg. 80 weapon. Pass it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, Charlie. Snap.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Set. 50. Plant.
Blue down, blue down.
Get it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cincinnati.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Got a man open. It's Ross. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And they'll throw again with Lauletta. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air yet again, Lauletta. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Jump, 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 jump. Check, crouch, crouch, crouch.
Big grip, big grip.
On 2nd down, it's Pope. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You like 6-6, pull it high.
Check 3,
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Lawlett on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Lawlett. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam, get it.
They run again with Logan. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
Here's Powell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Stanton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. To try again after the sack. Stanton going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Watch the screen. 57. Mike, 57.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McDonald. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On the ready.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tummy.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yard your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Let's go. 30 base. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now Lauletta. It's complete to Diggs. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Ready?
Now it's Lauletta. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Hey, echo.
Lauletta now to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First down, Cincinnati.
On the set.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
On first down, Pope. Room here to run. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
That's the score. Bengals 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Let's bring it. Check, 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 check. Slam, slam, slam.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that...